after 12 o'clock. Thank you all for coming. We just have a really short program, but we're excited to be here today. We want to unveil our new hiking trail, and we have a couple of people who are going to say a couple of words. And first of all, I want to acknowledge Representative Paul Frost, who's here, and he's going to say a few words. We also have Shirley McNeil, who's the Chief of Staff for Senator Moore, and she will be saying a few words. We have Doreen Goodrich, the Chair of the Board of Selectmen. We have our Chamber of Commerce, represented by Karen Blaze, the President, and I see Carrie, and I know Virginia. There she is. I was going to say Virginia was here. And also, obviously, on the town, I just want to make sure to acknowledge everyone who is here on behalf of the town. We also have Bonnie, who's here from the Blackstone Heritage Corridor, Inc., that gave us a grant that we're going to speak about, but want to acknowledge Ed Kazanovich, the Assistant Town Manager and CFO, as well as Bill Coyle, our DPW Director, Deb Grimo, our elected town clerk, and let's see, Kristen Papp is hiding over there, our Recreation and Culture Director, who is responsible for many of the lovely decorations you see here, as well as many other programs that she's going to be incorporating into this trail. Jeff Mitchell, the Assistant DPW Director, Ken Fairbanks, our Highway Superintendent, Darlene Coyle is here, our Development and Inspection Services Director, and also our Director of Public Health, and Eileen, also from DDIS for the public inspection on health. And the reason I point all these people out is because everybody plays a role in this. Oh, I'm sorry, and I see Joanna Pickman from DPW, our civil engineer. And last but absolutely not least, members of our DPW crew that have put so much work into this. So we thank you all for DPW. You did a tremendous job. So before we bring up the speakers, just to give you a little background on this, we're excited about, I think it was in 2015, the federal Congress included Auburn in the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor. And that is a national designation. We're so proud to be part of it. And it gives us access to marketing information, marketing tools, and grants. In addition to the fact that it's historic, we are part of the Blackstone Corridor, and it's important to acknowledge that and recognize it. And we applied for and received a grant, and I want to acknowledge, he is here, Matt Benoit, our town planner, for all the work he did. He did a tremendous job. He putting the grant together, managing the grant, working with everyone that I mentioned, just did a super job. And we received a grant for $15,000 to put this hiking trail in, and our thought was to put an outdoor recreation with a hiking trail that would connect this beautiful complex that we're here at. And I want to acknowledge and thank Dr. Martha Pappas, who's here today. We are so grateful to you for the Pappas Complex, for everything you've done for the town. And today allows us to link this facility with land that the town purchased, I think it was 2 years ago, we purchased about 50 acres over on South Hold Road. So this trail is about 7/8 of a mile, and if you walk down the trail and all the way down the back there, you'll end up over at the town's land, South Hold Road. It's beautiful. It's just a stunning piece of land. The trail is such a beautiful walk, and again, it's not for the lighthearted. It's not for people like me with two bum knees. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I would say that it's a great challenge, and it's a beautiful walk, and you'll see that if you have the opportunity, especially on such a fantastic day. So we were grateful that we received this grant, and I know Bonnie is going to be speaking about the grant and about their efforts and how we're included in their marketing, which is really exciting. So that's why we're here. We're here to cut the official ribbon for the trail, and before we bring up Bonnie, I wanted to bring up State Representative Frost. If you wanted to come up and say a few words, that would be great.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you to the town of Auburn for choosing to put in this path, and to thank the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor for the grant. When I first became the state representative nearly 21 years ago, Auburn did not belong to a heritage corridor, but Millbury, which I represent, did. Oxford, which I represent, did as well and does as well, but they were the Quinebaug-Shetucket Heritage Corridor. Leicester, which I don't necessarily represent, but is in the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor, as is Worcester. And so when you looked at a map between the Quinebaug-Shetucket Heritage Corridor and the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor, there was one community that didn't belong to either, and that was Auburn. Through some years of advocating and pushing for it, and with the support of the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor, as well as our Congressman McGovern and our federal delegation, Auburn was eventually brought in as a member, and which was now able to be eligible for this grant, and I think that's fantastic. And I want to congratulate the town of Auburn, and we have Dr. Martha Pappas here, and certainly want to thank her and her late husband Arthur for all the support they've given the town of Auburn, and specifically up here at this complex where we've got fields for baseball and softball, we've got soccer fields, we've got a playground that helps that any kid can use, including disabled children, in a great Auburn's own version of the half shell up there, with great entertainment, music, and plays and so forth that happen outdoors. And now this great walking trail that's really offering something for everybody in the town of Auburn, young and old. And I want to congratulate Auburn for pursuing these kind of projects to get people outdoors, get them off their computers, get them off their iPhones, young and old alike. So congratulations. I do have a citation. It is from both me and Senator Mike Moore, who could not be here today, but offers his best wishes and congratulations as well. And we want to recognize the town of Auburn for their ribbon cutting and celebrating the opening of the Pakachoag hiking trail. And it expressed its wish, and the town's first official hiking trail as a part of the Blackstone River Valley National Heritage Corridor. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors, given this 29th day of September in the year 2017, and is offered by me, your state representative Paul Frost, and State Senator Michael Moore. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Representative. And you do bring up some good points. First of all, we talk about collaborations and how we can't get anything done unless we all work together. Town government can't do it by itself. The state can't do it by itself. Private citizens can't do it. But when you all work together, this is what you get. So I think this is really important to mention that. Senator Moore and Representative Frost helped secure money for the playground that was matched so generously by the Pappas Foundation. And everyone who came together to put this entire facility together really should be thanked. And I can't even say another word about partnerships if I don't acknowledge Reverend Dennis Knight, who's here from the Pakachoag Church, because without their partnership and their support of this project, it would be impossible to have proceeded with this. You've been a great partner, continue to be a great partner. We have a lot of things that we do together, and we're hoping that we'll continue to work together with the Pakachoag Church to benefit the community. Also want to just make a mention, this trail, it's not just for nature lovers and for those who are walking the trail, but there's a lot of other potentials for this. Recreational programs, tying in with the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, any of our summer rec programs, tying in with the schools. I know Matt has worked very hard to put together a brochure on some of the flora and fauna that are on the trail. It's an educational opportunity for our school systems to incorporate into their curriculum. So there's a lot of great things that can happen, again, when people come together. And I don't believe there's anyone here from, but I want to mention Deb Carey, also from the Audubon Society, because they were also a big help and a big participant in this as well. Again, it's all about the partnerships, but together you can accomplish a lot. If any one of us were left on our own, we wouldn't be able to get this done. So I want to definitely thank you. And before we move on to our next speaker, I want to ask Shelley, are you going to say a couple words on behalf of Senator Moore? Because I know he couldn't be here and he wanted to make sure that you knew he supported it.
Thank you. Senator Moore sends his regrets, unfortunately, today, or he's in Boston at the fallen law enforcement memorial service, which is very near and dear to many of you here in Auburn. As chairman of public safety, he was asked to go and speak at the memorial service today in Boston. So that's where he is, and he sends his regrets. Just congratulations on the on the hiking trail. It's a wonderful asset to the town. I'm sure all the residents will enjoy it. And again, he was happy to work with the town, with Representative Frost, and our teams work very well together to help support the towns within his district. So thank you.
Thank you. And to follow up on that, yes, and we're grateful. There is a fallen memorial, fallen officers memorial in Boston today, and our police department is well represented there by the chief and a number of our members. And it's acknowledging and recognizing all those fallen officers in the Commonwealth. And we give our prayers and our thoughts to the family of Officer Ron Tarantino. And with that being said, I'd like to invite up Doreen Goodrich, the chair of the board.
Thank you, Julie. It's always a pleasure to speak on behalf of the board. So much has been said already today, but early on when we were in the planning process, I remember that people were concerned this was just going to be a place for more fields. And we went to planning board, we went to zoning board of appeals, we had internal meetings, and we assured people that no, this is going to be a great community venue. And look at what it's become. As Representative Frost mentioned, we have the great pavilion, the farmers market, the playground, and now we have this fabulous hiking trail. So we really are making this a real community asset that it's for everyone to share. It's not just about the sports fields. It's a community venue for everyone to enjoy, and that was our vision, and it has come to fruition. We'll continue. The more we add, the more people that will be included, and this is just what we had in mind. Correct, Mrs. Pappas? Excellent vision, and we thank you for your vision.
And now I'd like to invite up Bonnie Combs to speak, and I also want to just also thank Megan Dupreet, who is the director who was unable to be here today, but we're really welcome and happy to have you. Come on up, Bonnie, and say a few words, and you're going to talk about your great marketing.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Yes, I'm here on behalf of Megan. She's on a well-deserved vacation. She took on the role as executive director this year. She's doing a fabulous job. So we want to thank everybody for getting this trail. If you don't know, we launched our GO program here a month ago at the end of August. We had over 40 people come up to check out the trail. It was a fabulous day, so kudos on everybody to rush to get it together. It's been a pleasure working with Matt on this. For those of you that don't know, at the Blackstone Heritage Corridor, we work to preserve and promote the natural, historical, cultural, and recreational resources of the 25 communities of the Blackstone River Valley National Heritage Corridor. So it was really great to work on this project to enhance and promote the recreational opportunities. Coincidentally, it seems like this is a year of hiking. We also launched a new volunteer program this year. We launched the Trail Ambassadors program. If you don't know, we manage the Volunteers in Parks program for the National Park Service. We have over 200 active volunteers. We have programs for birding, paddling. We have a Blackstone Valley Paddle Club. We have Blackstone River Bikeway Patrol, all sorts of activity. And the hiking trail came about because why not? There's so many trails, and I thought, why don't we have a group to promote all these little hidden trails, but also the stewardship part. We have a trash responsibly program. We're really committed to keeping our corridor clean and healthy, our waterways, our trails. So the idea was to promote these trails, lead people on walks, but also to leave it better than we found it. So, and I'm really pleased to see the trash and recycling that you have here in this park, so thank you. So we are wrapping up our GO program this weekend. There are some rain cancellations. Some events are shifting to Sunday, but I encourage you to take a brochure just so you can learn more about who we are, what we do, and if you want to get involved and learn about our volunteering, we are having an open house on Tuesday. We have one monthly, so please feel free to come up and talk to me afterwards. We have our new visitor guides here and maps, and I look forward to meeting some of you and getting you more involved. So thank you, and congratulations.
On another note, speaking of walking the trail, we have some cold water here, and it's just a good reminder on the public health side that Darlene, I know, would want us to say, and Matt, they worked very hard on putting together some information and creating a new website on our town website that gives you information on the trail, as well as some really important public service announcements regarding health, Lyme disease, what's to look for, things like that. So while we want and encourage you to be here, to take advantage of the trail. We also encourage you to make sure that you are cautious where you need to be and you take the appropriate health precautions. So with that being said, please check out the website. Matt, I think you've launched a brief, not a contest, but an encouragement to people to send us pictures, to email them to Matt or to Shannon Regan, who's also here from our office, and we'll put them up on the website. We want to start just promoting healthy living and our wonderful assets that we have here in Auburn. So if you have pictures of yourselves walking on the trail, hiking the trail, please send them. It should be, we have a couple already and we're looking to put in more. So with that being said, we want to officially cut the ribbon and then start jogging down the trail. Thank you very much. Could we have the elected officials and please come over here? All right, ready? No, these probably aren't going to work. Ready?
There we go.
All right, so let's pretend that that's a slide. And let's use now we'll use ready? Thank you. Thank you all.